Hello, everyone. I'm Bella Bedoya, and I'm thrilled to be here with musical legend Kenny G at the Blackstone, New York City office as we gear up for the September 24th release of Kenny's memoir, Life in the Key of G. This memoir offers readers a backstage pass to both the man and the music, sharing Kenny's journey to becoming one of the most revered musicians of our time, stories from behind the curtain of his jazz life, and of course, the secret to his iconic locks. They are pretty iconic. Tonight we've teamed up with our friends at Premier Collectibles for an exclusive Q&A session where Kenny will be answering questions exclusively from you, his fans. During this live stream, you can grab a signed hardcover of Life in the Key of G or one of our 500 limited collection edition sets, which includes an autographed black hardcover copy of Life in the Key of G bound in a beautiful turquoise casing, signed sheet music for Songbird in gold ink.
Songbird.
And if that doesn't take you away, we'll also be including a second autographed hardcover in the collector's edition box set, as well as a certificate of authenticity.
Oh, good.
All purchases can be made via www.kennygBooks.com, and as a special token of appreciation for our live stream viewers tonight, we are offering signed hardcovers at 15% off when using the code LIFE15 at checkout, which is LIFE15. Kenny, thank you for joining. I'm so excited to have you here in the Blackstone recording studio.
I know, this is the famous studio. This is where I started the audiobook here in the studio, finished it in my house in LA. But I worked with Brian here in the control room here, and it came out. I think the audiobook's cool too, by the way, because I play a lot of sax on it.
Yeah, I got to listen to a sample of it. It's recorded partially here, and as you stated,
I haven't heard it.
Oh, it's very, very nice, and you sound wonderful.
Brian, did it come out good? Okay, good.
So as you can hear, testament from our audio engineer himself. But this book offers so much, and it's such a special treat, I think, for also music fans, jazz lovers, and also people who share different aspects of life, from parenting to personal relationships, people who want to be motivated. So we're excited to get started and dive right into some questions from our audience members.
Great. And remember, the sheet music comes with this special, right? So as soon as you get the sheet music, you'll be able to play Songbird just like me.
And that would be wonderful. I'd love to see some renditions of Songbird live. So we're kicking things off with a clash and a bang here as we start off with our
crew here.
As we start off with our first question, Gus from Texas would like to know, why do you believe Silhouette has become a timeless classic that defines a great part of your musical journey?
Oh gosh. See, I didn't prep for any of these questions. I don't know the questions. Okay, Silhouette. Yeah, I mean, come on. Doesn't that answer it? It's a melody. It's a beautiful melody. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm flattered that people like my stuff, and I don't know. I think beautiful melodies, if they hit people in their hearts, then they become classics. So in fact, that's I think my favorite song that I wrote is that one. I mean, Songbird is my Songbird. That's what started everything. But that melody right there, there's something about it. I don't know why, but it hits me really, really. I love to play it, so I'm glad I had a chance to do that. Gus, thank you. I'm glad that you think that song is great, and hope you enjoyed that.
It clearly touches a lot of people, and I can tell that melody means just so much to you. So I can see how it's expressed also in Life in the Key of G. And going up to our second question, we have Josh from Georgia, who would like to know, what made you decide to come out with Life in the Key of G at this time?
Oh, well, that's a good question. So it wasn't really something I woke up with a desire to do. Like I didn't wake up one morning and think, I'm going to write a book about myself. But my managers suggested it because they had worked with Dolly Parton. They managed her as well. And they said, oh, it was a great experience and you should do a book. And I thought, but I'm too young. It doesn't work like that anymore. So I met with some literary agents that work in Folio agency here in New York, Jeff and Steve. And they came down, met me and said, hey, let's hear about a little bit more of your life. And they said, yeah, this would make a good book. So I started working, and then I got hooked up with Blackstone Publishing, and we all became this great team and worked together.
Yeah.
And the co-writer of the book, Philip Lerman, great guy, same age as me, and so that means that we had a lot in common, and we could talk to each other, and it just seemed to work out. I actually really thought, to be honest with you, Bella, that after maybe a month of doing it, people would think there's nothing here. This is not going to be good at all. And I was waiting for it to go away. Then I was going to get back to my normal stuff.
Yeah.
And it did go away, unfortunately, or fortunately. It didn't go away, so I ended up having to do it.
And it's been fortunate for us. It's been such a great year getting to work on your book and also dive into the manuscript itself, hear your actual recording, and get to see the videos and just the things that we've been able to achieve along the way.
Oh.
So September 24th, tomorrow, it's going to be a big day for us, and we're very excited.
Oh, thank you for that. I'm not sure it's true, but it sounds
true.
great.
It's all true. So, question 3. Abigail from California would like to know, is there any advice you have for a musician wanting to make a career?
Yeah. Gosh, this is tough. It's tough but easy. The easy thing is you gotta get good. You gotta become great. So how do you become great? You have to practice, and you have to want to do it, and you have to have some sort of an idea, like what you want to do. Like, who do you like the most? Like, if you're a sax player, which sax player is your favorite sax player? Why? Look at what they do, study it, write down the notes they play, try to play it like that, and then put in the hours. Like every day I practice for 3 hours, you know. Those are little exercises that I created, and so I played it in 3 different keys. So I try to do that in lots of keys that make my fingers do funny things that they don't want to do. So I have to keep learning, and I still practice every day for 3 hours. And that's what you need to do. So if you want to have a career as a musician, you've got to get really great. And I guarantee you, if you become really great, the world will open its arms to you, and you will have whatever career that you want to have. But if you're pretty good, you need luck. Or you have to be really, really good looking, or something, you know. You have to have something going for you. And if you're not that good, you got to have super good luck and super good breaks. But if you're really great, you really don't need any of that. I mean, it's all good to have, but the fact that you're great will be the main thing that will get you where you want to be.
So from perseverance comes greatness.
There you go. So I should have answered it that quickly.
No, you explained it perfectly. And the next question would be Anthony from Canada, who wanted to know, what got you started in music? What was the defining moment?
Anthony wants to know that, eh?
Anthony and myself.
Oh, are you from Canada too, eh?
Oh, no, I'm from Seattle.
Are you from Seattle?
I am.
I'm from Seattle.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know that. We're not interviewing each other right now.
Yeah.
So what was the question?
What got you started in music? Where did the journey begin?
The journey began, my mom, though, by the way, there was no music. This is in my book. We didn't listen to music in our house. Not because I didn't want to. Just I grew up and there wasn't music. My parents did not listen to music, which was weird. I think of it now. We had a record player, kind of the one thing that you'd open the box. It would open up this thing, and then they would be there. But they never bought any records, and they never played any records. The first record that was played on it was something I bought when I was in high school, a record by this group called Tower of Power. Oh, I love that record. Anyway, so it wasn't like I grew up in a musical household, but my mom wanted us to take piano lessons. My older brother took piano lessons, and he got pretty good. I started taking piano lessons. I didn't like it. So I didn't want to do any of that, and I quit piano. But I saw somebody play the sax on TV, and I told my mom when we were watching. I remember I was sitting on the floor, and she was sitting on the couch. I said, "Mom, I want to play that." And she goes, "Well, you're probably going to quit. So we'll rent you one, and we'll see what happens." So rented me a sax. I got the sax. Put it together. I went in the bathroom, and 50 years later, I'm here still practicing because I loved it so much.
Oh, that's incredible! I love it. Your passion started from within at a young age. So next up, Carol from Hawaii would like to know, when will you be releasing new music, and can you come to Hawaii on tour?
New music. Well, I just released a record of lullabies in. I don't remember when it was. When was it?
Was it 22?
Was it 2 years ago? No. I think it was last year. It was too, well, you know better than me. And that's my latest one. So, I mean, it's not the lullabies aren't just for kids, you know. They're just beautiful melodies, you know.
Everybody needs to sleep.
Almost forgot the notes. See, that's just a beautiful melody. So it doesn't really have to be for babies. I think that's a beautiful album. That's my latest. And yes, we want to come to Hawaii. I have a standing invitation at the Blue Note in Hawaii. I just haven't made the time to come there, and we're trying to figure out maybe next year, maybe spring of next year. We're thinking.
Well, Carol, hopefully he'll be coming to you soon. Our next question is Dawn, also from Canada. Do you have a favorite artist you enjoy listening to?
Is that a Dawn boy or a Dawn girl?
It's a Dawn that's a reader and a listener and a lover of you.
Oh, we don't do that, do we? Oh, no, it's Dawn. It could be D-A-O-N or D-A-W-N.
It's D-A-W-N.
Oh, so it's a girl. We're gonna assume.
So Dawn would like to know. Do you have a favorite artist you enjoy listening to? Is it still Tower of Power?
No.
Or is there who you talking to?
I listen to old jazz.
Okay.
I listen to Stan Getz, and I listen to John Coltrane, and I listen to Sonny Rollins, and it's the jazz greats, Dexter Gordon, Cannonball Adderley. I like that. That's what I listen to.
Fantastic. Yeah. Of course. It's got to be a lot of inspiration for you. And Rand from North Carolina would like to know, how would your life look if you couldn't or didn't pursue music? Was there another career path you might have taken if it wouldn't have been music?
Mm-mm.
Only music. So there you have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be sad right now.
This one might be enjoyable for you. It's Tanner from Texas who'd like to know, what's your favorite brand of soprano sax?
Oh, well, okay, so this is my high school sax, same one. That's why I'm so old, yeah. It used to be really shiny. And by the way, it's not because I abused it. I mean, it's never been dropped or anything. Mm-hmm. This is just from touching it with my thumb. It's been here for, 50 years, and it's worn it out, and just this against my leg maybe. This my thumb goes here too, so it's kind of really smoothed out. Yeah. This is just called a Selmer. This brand is this is a Mark 6, but they don't make it anymore. This saxophone was born on March 17th, 1959. Perfect. And I know that because I took this saxophone to Paris, where it was made, and I went to the company. I said, "Tell me when this sax was made exactly," and they don't have records that go that. So they had to go back. This is like in those movies where the guy goes up to the attic and he brings down a book, blows the dust off the book. It hasn't been opened in like 40 years. And he's looking and he looks and he finds and he says, there's a serial number on here. Right there, there's the serial number.
Oh wow, Paris, right there.
Yeah. And he looks it up and he comes down and he goes, March 17th, 1959, they needed like 4 saxophones that day. And this was one of them.
Little did they know it'd be the saxophone of greatness and time and longevity. That is so cool.
So I've been saying Selmer is the best brand, I think, of saxophones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And for the final question, you touched on earlier about practice and how much you've integrated it into your life. So Samara from Connecticut would like to know, how many hours did you practice when you were in school? You mentioned 3 hours now, but was it more then?
Well, it was probably less than 3 hours in high school and more in college.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to college, I didn't take music. I took economics, and no, actually, I started off. I took calculus, and I took chemistry, and I took all those classes, and then I decided that I just thought I should just major in business. So then I started taking economics, finance, statistics, those kind of classes. So I never took music, but what I did was I went into the music. And by the way, I played in the band too. Mm-hmm. But I went to the music room in the music building, and I would practice probably more like 5 or 6 hours those times, because I would go in at like 2 in the afternoon, I'd leave at 7 or 8 at night. I did that all the time. So that's what I did in college. But today, these days, 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, I'll practice every morning. Today, I'm only got to practice an hour and a half. So I'm kind of feeling like I might be losing it. I might be losing it.
When it comes to your, this is my own question, but when it comes to your 3 hours of practice daily, do you do this in the morning, in the evening? Do you have your own routine? Morning, okay.
Yeah, because I want to get it done.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I don't really feel like practicing now. Like, it's evening now.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're done, literally I could go back to the hotel and practice. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
So the days worn me out in a sense. Not really, I'm not worn out, but you know what I'm saying? My vibe. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm super excited about the day, whatever's going to happen, because I never know exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, let's start practicing. While I'm practicing, I get lots of cool thoughts. And, you know, I might read an article while I'm practicing, only if I'm doing scales that I know really well and I don't need to think about them. So if I'm doing a set of exercises that I know really well and I'm just want to keep them really perfect, like I might just look at something online and just do this and I'll read the whole article while I'm doing it. And I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. That's real left meat, right brain at the same time.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Okay, so we've covered already our initial part of our audience questions, and you know, Life in the Key of G offers such a great behind-the-scenes process of your life, and also just your career, your journey, and as well as your approach to different techniques in music, such as circular breathing, which, if many people don't know, it's the art of extended breathing to be able to hold a long-term note. Yeah, I hope I explained that correctly.
That's right. No, I can. It's breathing in your nose and out your mouth at the same time, which sounds impossible, but it's not really impossible. You just basically fill your cheeks with air, and then you blow the air out of your cheeks when you take a breath in your nose, but the air when you're blowing out of your cheeks holds the sound. Yeah.
Is this something, so let's say people were to purchase the Autograph Collector's box edition
they automatically get the technique.
Technique comes with it. Fantastic.
No, it's something you have to work on. It sounds impossible, and it's really, at first it's awful. It's awful. You can't really do it very well, and it sounds terrible, but after you do it for, I'd say, maybe you could practice it for 10 years and you'd be pretty good at it.
You make it look very easy, so I've got to say that.
Thanks. For me, it is easy.
Yeah, I imagine.
I never think about it. It's second nature for me to do that.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, you know, we're going to test your breath work on a different format, where we've got 22 questions submitted from our readers, and we're going to be answering them ideally in the span of 2 minutes.
Wow.
So if you're up for the challenge, I'd love to get started.
Who's timing this anyway? Oh gosh.
Oh, we've got our dear.
What happens if I don't do it in 2 minutes? Do I get the hook? Does the hook pull me out of here?
The big X will appear. Alrighty. So if you're ready, we'll hit a tune and start it off. Here we go. Where were you born?
Seattle.
Who would you want to play you in a movie?
Who do I want to play me in a movie? Oh gosh. Weird Al Yankovic.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Playing the sax with Barry White.
What chore do you hate doing?
I hate washing the cover of the down comforter. I hate washing the cover because you got to unbutton every button and then wash it, and then you got to make sure you put it back exactly right. Then you got to button all the buttons. It's too much work.
And it never ends up in the same spot.
It doesn't, and I can't remember if it's supposed to go this way or this way.
What is your biggest fear?
Not being good enough at what I'm trying to do.
Heard that. Who makes you laugh the most?
I think George Lopez makes me laugh the most.
Love that. What is one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times?
Dates.
What's your favorite school subject?
Math.
Who is the most interesting person that you've met recently?
Come on. I met most recently. God darn it. You mean met? Like not knowing before and just met? Gosh darn it. I don't know. Let's skip that one, go on to nothing else. We'll come back to it.
Yeah. What's your middle name?
Bruce.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Slow drivers.
Me too. What's your favorite hobby?
Golf.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Hot bath, cold bath. Hot bath, cold bath.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Well, I'm a pilot, but that's not that hidden. I work out every day. I think I'm way stronger than people think I'm at. I think I'm a lot more like, I think my body's a lot more like cut than most people would think, because I never really show off.
He's strong. He's sexy.
Strong and sexy. Thank you.
You're welcome. What color is your toothbrush?
It's white. It's one of those Sonic killers.
Right. If you had a pet, what would you name it?
Diego.
Love that. What's your favorite word?
Oh. My favorite word. Oh, it's going to be a little bit of French word. The word is, it's a word I really like saying in French. I think vert.
What does it mean?
It means four things.
Four
means
things.
cup, worm, towards, and green.
Okay.
Same word, vert. I just like the way, because it's like, it just goes on, vert. It's a great
Beautiful.
word. Yeah.
Great word.
Yeah.
What was the last album you bought or streamed?
I think it was a Stan Getz album that I didn't know about from the 60s or something, and I think it was maybe Live in Stockholm. I think he did an album called Live in Stockholm, and I really thought, whoa, more Stan Getz licks I can take and learn. I was very excited about it.
I love that. What are the type of gifts you like to give, or what's the last gift you gave?
Oh, I know. I like to give flashlights.
Really?
Yeah. I like to give my male friends flashlights. I think a man should always have a good flashlight with him. And there's these flashlights, they're about this big. They take one lithium battery and they're super bright, but they're so small and easy to carry around. So you can have it in your pocket at all times. And when you shine it, it's so bright. And I think it's a cool thing for a guy to have.
Well, I know the ladies are incredibly jealous right now.
I'm sorry. For ladies, for ladies, I don't know what would be a good gift. Maybe a flashlight too.
We'll take a flashlight.
Okay.
So, what cause is dear to your heart?
Music in the schools.
Wonderful. What's your greatest achievement?
Being in a position to help other people.
That's fantastic. And where do you want to go that you've never been?
Iceland.
Fabulous. Love that.
Me too. So, who's the celebrity I met recently? Not somebody.
Yeah, somebody that you've met recently, or perhaps you could take from Life in the Key of G yourself. You have a lot of people that you've mentioned of interactions.
Now. Thank you.
There's several people.
Listen,
there.
I'm friends with Clint Eastwood. Okay, so how good is that?
Oh, come on.
And he's very cool. He's a very fun guy to be around. Funny good sense of humor, smart, soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to hear him because he talks really quietly. But it's like, yeah, you really want to listen to when he talks. He's cool. So that would be a cool person to say that I know and get a chance to hang out with. So that's fun. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great talking to you.
Yeah.
And are we wrapped up on our questions?
A few minutes. Kenny, do you want to play something?
Yeah, Kenny, we have you here for a couple extra minutes.
Oh.
If you'd like to share, you could either do a passage reading from the intro of your book. You're welcome to play a little note for us as a sign-off. Anything that you'd feel comfortable sharing with our audience.
Okay, well, it actually kind of sounds nice in this little room. It's boxy in here, which is good.
Yeah,
and not good
Boxy's
for.
great.
Yes, boxy is good for sax because. See, I like the way it sounds in here. So let me play. I'm gonna lean back now.
Yeah,
So I can
feel
have to go.
comfortable.
So this is what I do for 3 hours a day. So I sit back about in this position approximately, and I practice. So I'll just play a melody right now. Let's see. Can I play one of my melodies? That's cool.
Love it.
Love that.
Okay, this is a song called "Forever Love."
That is beyond beautiful.
Thanks.
Takes us back, and it's just such a timeless classic. All of your music, I know, has touched so many lives, and this book is surely bound to touch many more lives in the process as well, too. So
Thank you for saying that.
I want to share an early congratulations on your pub day. We're all so excited here at Blackstone to have been the ones to be able to publish your book and get to work with you, get to know more about you. So thank you again for joining us. And for our viewers, we appreciate you joining us along on this journey too for our pre-launch celebration. Again, we are offering signed hardcovers as well as the autographed limited edition collector's box sets, which comes complete with the bound black book, bound in turquoise casing, the signed sheet music for Songbird, the second hardcover autographed book, as well as a certificate of authenticity. And today, as a reminder, if you enter Life15 at checkout, you will receive 15% off your signed hardcover order.
And the saute dish, the Teflon coated. No.
Absolutely. Tupperware may or may not be included. So thank
The
you
chef
again.
knife comes with it.
And again, remember to go to www.kennygBooks.com and stay tuned for much more as we unveil tomorrow's publication for Life in the Key of G by Kenny G.
Yay.
Yay!
Exciting.
Thank you again, guys.